Morning guys, a little bit of an earlier one today, currently 7:15 in just pre-London European Open. Just wanted to have a quick look at Bitcoin and a couple of other things that's going on. Where usual thing, where have we kind of like come from and what are we seeing now? So let's have a quick look at Bitcoin. Now, here and now, we are live in the Discord later at the US session, so join us there. But let's just see what's going on. So from beginning of the week and the weekend, obviously we highlighted this in the last video that we got that push up, and around this zone from the last video was saying, don't short this yet. I wanted to see heavy supply coming in. Subsequently we got that a few hours later, or 12 hours later. So we've come into a heavy, what I would say is fairly heavy spot supply zone. So this is a 15-minute chart on Binance Spot. We've also had heavy spot selling from Coinbase. If we just look at the OBD widget here, Coinbase have been selling and they've got some orders up here. They're quite willing to sell a little bit higher as well. And Bitstamp have got some really heavy selling here. I've not seen this in a long while. So this is what we call triple band sell pressure. So this is obviously a 60 and over ratio in all three bands, 1% to 10%. I've not seen that for a while in Bitstamp, and other exchanges quite happy to sell this area as well. So what's my point? My point is we're in a supply zone, as we can see from the depth here. This is the overall exchange depth, 1 to 10%. We've come from demand, we're now in a supply zone. Okay. As well as that, not much perps bid, as we can see here in the ratios. A little bit, but not too much. There's some bit of market making going on again, but nothing too much. And these guys did take profit here. Okay, this was a perp sell signal here, or hedge some shorts there. So what we're seeing here on the little red dots is a mixture of alerts from group spot sells and BTC diamonds. Okay, which are here, and they're just on the overlay chart. If you're unfamiliar with that, grab your alert and pop it on the chart via that. Okay, so yeah, just a cautionary tale really, and I'll give us a couple of other data points that tell us to be cautionary. One thing to look for is, yes, a market buyer can step in here and just send this up, or we get some more limit buyers dropping in like this. That's absolutely fine. But I would certainly be prepared to hedge short positions in here for any downside risk on your spot long-term holds. Okay, so that is the overlays. Pretty heavy spot supply, not a lot to see from perps. They're not following this up too much yet. Okay, so if we just drop to volume, again, these are my overlays, mixture of BTC Diamond and Group Spot. I'm just on the 1 hour chart, and what we can see is perps volume 100k plus and over was quite happy to push up here, similar with Spot. Then what we had was they've basically just come right off the gas here on Spot, which is, it's obvious here, they've just started taking profit on some spot positions. Okay, so that spot CVD 100k and over odd size is coming down. We're just starting to see the perps come a little bit more down now. That makes sense because we're not seeing any orders in here. Okay, so volume coming down on perps and on spot, and this is a 1 hour chart, so it can change, but it just looks like your retail players are a little bit firmer away here. Okay, probably just expecting 48k or something. Maybe we get there, maybe we don't, but just looks like your retail players are just getting a little bit firmer away and just starting to come in now. So it wouldn't surprise me if we do just whipsaw down. Cautionary, yeah. Another thing to realise is open interest is skyrocketing. I don't like to see open interest this high when volume's coming off. It's nice to get confluence of open interest rising as volume's rising. Okay, open interest hanging around here as bigger players are offloading, not the best sign. Okay, better when it looks like this. Last week on the Friday, when we got acceptance of that zone, as mentioned in the previous videos, acceptance of that zone, volume was low, retail guys are starting to short here. Okay, lower ratios, so 10k and under, so they're starting to short into this low of this area. Bigger players quite happy here. open interest is very, very low, so it's quite easy to just float price up when open interest is low and there's not many contracts in the books. Okay, funding neutral as well. So very different situation here to here. Low open interest, high open interest, volume coming down, volume coming up with acceptance of that area. So we're at the highs, we've had a lot of spot sell alerts, volume coming off, high open interest, cautionary here. Liquidity again coming right up, not the best, and we can just see our open interest there is hitting the very high of our RSI metric parameter there. Previous zones we've hit those highs are here. Okay, did we hit one there? Yeah, so we hit one there, just quickly running across, hit one there. There are some anomalies, hit one there, obviously that didn't do much. Yep, hit one there, and there's various, you know, you can go back, we've hit the high open interest high, and this is a daily chart, so it can take time to play out. And then, you know, going right back, high open interest, 68k top. So not saying I'm mega bearish and that this is it and we're going to absolutely nuke. I just think this could be it for a little while, and it'd be healthy to come back down and construct a bit more of a range, you know. Especially when you're seeing things like this. So high open interest, spot liquidity's really been zooming up, perps liquidity's really been zooming up. You can see there that spot liquidity as all the orders were getting filled up here, just absolutely ramped up. Not a good sign, to be honest. So yeah, that's the liquidity. Volume we've seen, order book, yeah, not the best, can still chop around this area a little bit. But I'm certainly holding a bit of a head short from these highs, and I'd like to see lower. I still believe there's a lot of altcoins that look good and will perform well in the next few months or weeks, but I'm just a little bit more cautious with them now. Okay, so a lot of daily charts still looking really good, but caution, because at the end of the day market is quite overheated, and you know, if you're looking to bid some altcoins or get, you know, fill some spot, well, if you can get it lower, happy days, embrace it, you know, don't worry about it, you know, let price come down and fill your bags lower. Okay, so yeah, just cautionary tale, heavy spot supply. We can go still fill that zone. Quick look at where our liquidity is. It's quite obvious, it's still around 45 there on a 2-day view. So yeah, we could go fill that maybe. Mid kind of size 44.6, and then we've got a bit of a liquidity gap there. You'd have to go and really fill that 45, which suggests it there. Maybe we go and wick 44.6 there, that could happen. And then to the downside, I expect you've got quite a chunk, you know, all going all the way down to 42.7. In the intermediate, yeah, 43.6, you've got a liquidity gap there, but then, you know, you're gonna have to go a lot lower. What's the 2-day look like to the downside? Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be really healthy to come down into this 41 zone, you know, fill this area out, create a little bit of a chop and a range, and then we'll review from there. It's still only early in December. Maybe we come down, get a little bit of chop, and run it back up. That'd be really healthy. Alright, so live in the Discord later on at the US session. Join us there, and we'll speak again soon. Cheers. Bye.